I was a crappy customer to our crappy customer. What's up, guys? If you love hearing jaw-dropping stories from Reddit that'll make you question everything, be sure to subscribe. We're dropping new stories regularly, so tap that notification bell to stay updated. Oh, and while you're here, tell us in the comments, what's the wildest thing you've seen on Reddit? Let's jump right in. I used to work at a dispensary, and let me tell you, that place was hell. Not because of the weed or anything, that part was fine, but because of the customers. Specifically, one customer, who became my personal nightmare. We all knew her. The staff would literally tense up when she walked through the door. She came in with that fake-ass smile plastered on her face, pretending to be all sweet and friendly at first. "Hi, honey. How are you guys today?" she'd chirp. We all knew it was a trap. She'd place her order, always something different, just enough to make it a pain to process. Then, right after we'd hand over the goods, the complaining would start. "This isn't what I ordered," she'd snap, face twisting like she just smelled something rotten. "Go get what I asked for." And of course, we'd double-check her order, and it was always exactly what she asked for. But she'd insist. "No, I wanted the pineapple gummies, not this brownie shit," she'd bark. So I'd go grab the damn gummies, hand them to her, and she'd mutter under her breath about how lazy we all were. Then, just like that, her sweet smile would return. She'd pay, leave the store, and without fail, be back 30 minutes later. "There's a hair in this jar," or "the gummies melted together." "The packaging smells weird." You name it, she'd complain about it. She just loved the attention, I think. And every time she pulled this shit, we had to stand there, fake smiling back, while internally, I was imagining throwing her ass out the door. One day she came in and hit us with her usual nonsense, and I was just done. After she left, I looked at my coworker and said, "I swear, if I see her outside of this place, I'm giving her a taste of her own medicine." My coworker laughed. "Yeah, like that'll happen." Oh, but it did. So, a couple of weeks later, I'm driving through the next town over. My car's running low on gas, so I pull into this random gas station. And wouldn't you know it? There she is, the devil herself. Only this time, she's not a customer. She's behind the counter. I couldn't believe my luck. I walked in, trying to hide my smirk, and strolled up to the counter. "Can I get a pack of Marlboro 100s?" I asked, all innocent-like. She grabs the pack and hands it over. "That's not what I asked for," I say, giving her the exact same tone she gives us at the shop. "I said I wanted Camels." Her face twitches. She's clearly annoyed, but she swaps out the Marlboros for the Camels. "Nope, still wrong," I say, staring her dead in the eye. "I said Newports." She's getting pissed now, but she doesn't want to make a scene. So she swaps the pack again, handing over the Newports without a word. "Actually, what am I doing?" I say, pretending to slap my forehead. "I'm just here to pay for my gas." Her eyes narrow, and I can see her fighting to stay professional. She forces this plastic smile, rings me up, and hands me the receipt. I walk out, smug as hell. But I wasn't done. Not by a long shot. 5 minutes later, I'm back inside. I walk right up to the counter, and before she can even say anything, I lay into her. "Hey, I gave you $40, but my tank only took $35. Where's my change?" She's fuming now. You can practically see the steam coming out of her ears. She starts explaining that the gas cost exactly what I paid for, and there's no change. I cut her off, imitating her voice. "Wow, lazy employees around here, huh? What are you doing back there?" Her face was priceless. She knew exactly what I was doing, but she couldn't do a damn thing about it. So, with another forced smile, she just says, "Have a good day." I grin at her and say, "Oh, don't worry. I'll be back." And I was. I started going to that gas station every chance I got. Every single time. I gave her the runaround, asking for one thing, then switching it up, then coming back in to complain about something random. She was seething, but there was nothing she could do. After a few more rounds of messing with her, I decided to kick it up a notch. I told one of my coworkers about my little revenge game, and they were totally on board. "Let's hit her together," I said. So we went in separately, taking turns pulling the same shit. My coworker asked for gas, then came back saying the pump didn't work. Then I'd go in and complain about the cigarettes again. Back and forth, we kept her on her toes, running in circles while we enjoyed every second of it. Eventually, she tried to file a complaint against me at the dispensary. Of course, it didn't go anywhere because she couldn't prove anything. But the fact she was rattled enough to try? That was enough satisfaction for me. After a few weeks of this, something must have clicked in her brain. She stopped coming to our dispensary altogether. No more complaints, no more returns, no more bullshit. She was just gone. It was like balance had been restored to the universe. My coworkers and I could finally breathe easy when customers came in, knowing we wouldn't have to deal with her nonsense anymore. I eventually quit that job, moved on to better things. But sometimes, when I'm feeling down or stressed, I think back to those days, messing with her at the gas station. It still makes me laugh. The way she'd get all flustered and frustrated. It was exactly what she deserved. Update. A few months after I left the dispensary, I ran into one of my old coworkers. We got to talking about the good old days, and naturally, her name came up. "Did you hear what happened to her?" my coworker asked. Apparently, she'd gotten fired from that gas station not long after I stopped messing with her. Word got around that she was constantly rude to customers, snapping at them when she thought no one was looking. Someone finally reported her, and that was the end of her job. Karma's a bitch, isn't it? Sometimes I wonder if I went too far. Maybe I should have just let it go, been the bigger person. But then I remember all the times she made my life and my coworkers' lives a living hell, and any guilt I feel just evaporates. She had it coming. At the end of the day, it wasn't about being petty. It was about standing up for myself and the people who worked with me. We didn't deserve her abuse, and if messing with her a little gave me some peace of mind, then so be it. Funny enough, I ran into her a couple of years later. I was at a grocery store, minding my business, and there she was, at the checkout counter, arguing with the cashier about a coupon that wasn't valid. Some people never change, I guess.